We live in a very affluent community. There's no question about that. But in Tennessee, 1 in 7 struggle with food anxiety. That means I don't really know how we're going to get food this month. It's unconscionable that we have that problem today. The heart of One Generation says, number one, I see you, and number two, we're going to help with this. OneGen is getting food to people who need it. It's taking food that was at risk of being wasted, rescuing that, and getting it to people who have a need.
Thankfully, a lot of restaurants and grocery stores are willing to give food away that's still perfectly edible, and they'll give it to us to distribute to people in need.
We get there at 7 in the morning and people have been there since 4 in the morning, waiting in line to get food.
What it looks like now is still what it looked like when we started. Mobile food pantries are the most obvious, visible thing that we see and what most people talk about. Tractor trailer takes 24,000 pounds of food to a parking lot. All different types of food, staples, non-perishables. 50–60% at least is produce, which is amazing, what we love. And then there'll be some dairy and some breads. And we bag all that food in allotments.
One of the things that I love about OneGenAway is that you don't need to show up to a distribution with pay stubs or paperwork to receive food.
We just want to bring dignity and honor to them. So we don't ask any questions. We don't care. Whoever's in line is going to get food.
To give to a child, to an elderly person, is now going to be able to buy their medicine because they've got food.
I know that the idea of stressing out where you're going to get food, if that cereal and milk will last till you get paid again, if a client hasn't paid on time and you were expecting monies to come in and they just didn't, OneGen fills that gap.
We have grocery carts. We walk people through a line, fill the cart full of food, walk them to their car, load their car with the food, and ask them one simple question: is there anything we can pray with you about today?
Most people are very receptive and will be so grateful for the acknowledgement that there's something bigger going on than peanut butter and pasta.
It's not just a charity, it is indeed a ministry and plays a tremendous part in what we are achieving.
When the pandemic happened, we had like a 2-week window to change how we did almost everything we do.
On a very busy week, we would get about 40 requests for emergency boxes into our community. Once the pandemic hit, those numbers skyrocketed. It was no longer 40 per week. It was 600 per week.
To ramp up that level in that short a period of time was nothing short of miraculous.
There was people realizing that the community needed all of us in the community to help each other move through this season. It has created an exponential need across every socioeconomic strata. It has increased our numbers not only in poundage of food that we move through the organization, but also the numbers of people, some of whom for the very first time are looking for help to just stand in the gap between what they have and what they need to provide for their families.
Through this pandemic, we've been able to stretch a dollar farther than we ever have before because it's opened up resources of food we didn't have before. Today we have 2 26-foot refrigerated trucks, a 16-foot refrigerated truck, 26-foot box truck, a van, a pickup truck, a forklift.
We run lean, we run fast, and we get people food. Having that mobility, having that fluidity to look at a situation and be able to pivot quickly is a real asset for OneGenAway. To be able to be the hands and feet of Jesus, to get food to people who need it, that's kind of cool.